Hey everybody. Just thought I would get on here tonight and start conceptualizing the cover for Ballad of the Celestials. This will be probably the main cover, and then we have an homage cover also to Mike Zeck. This is just me just trying to work it out, um, see what works, see what happens, and hopefully something cool happens out of it. I'm going to try to see what I can come up with tonight. I have some ideas, and I want to make it fun. I want to make the characters popping out a little bit into action, and it will actually be a scene from the comic book. So join in. If you guys join in, it'd be wonderful. If not, I'm just going to be drawing. Yeah, just I have to draw his head down a little more. Hey, hey, good stuff. Nice to see you, man. Hope you can hear me. Hope you can anyway. I'm just sitting and drawing. That's why it's quiet right now. So thank you for joining in. Just trying to draw some Ballad of the Celestials concept art, maybe concept for the cover, see what I can come up with. So thanks for joining in. Let me know if you can't hear me. So wasn't really talking because I didn't know I had anybody in the chat, so that's all right. It's kind of going to be a hard pose. Just getting some roughs out right now, so nothing's going to be very pretty right yet. Just get his axe coming out here. Let's see what happens. Ah, let's see. Might need to angle it out just a little bit more. Anyway, oh man, trying to get some stuff, some content on our channel too. I think this is a good way to get people drawn in a little bit. I just hope that they'll like what they see. Sometimes, whenever it comes to this stuff, I don't know what I'm doing yet, so it's definitely all new to me, man. Seems like us Ohio boys need to meet up sometime. That's what I've been thinking about. How we could all just find a way to get together at some point. I know there's quite a few of us in the CG realm that live fairly close. Even if it was just a one-time event, that'd be fun to do sometime. So let's think about it. So if you're still here with me, man, let me know.
Can you hear me now? Maybe that'll help some things. Let me know if you can hear me. Wow, that's a big ass he's got right there. I'm not sure if that's going to work. There we go. That's a little better. Hey, Erganate. Thanks for joining me, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I hope he didn't bounce, man. I had the camera off for a minute and I was looking at something and then there he was. So yeah, have him come back, man. That'd be awesome. I appreciate it. I'm just chilling out, so I'll try to respond to you guys as much as I can and just hang out. I'm conceptualizing the art for the cover of Ballad of the Celestials right now. I have some ideas that I thumbnailed digital, so that's what I keep looking back to. Real rough version of what the cover might look like. And I don't know if I'm totally happy with it, so I'm trying to just kind of, sometimes whenever I draw traditional, it lets me get the feel for the space of the page. And so that's really what I'm doing. If you see me looking off into space, man, I'm not really tripping out. I'm really just trying to figure this out and see what the best thing is for this. Yeah. She's got this leg. This is Zune I'm drawing right now. She's got this leg like it's just kicking out. It may look like crap right now, but I'm just getting a feel for everything. So. Yeah, not real happy with that pose, but we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Hey, 24 Eyes, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining in. Sorry if I'm not as entertaining. I'm just trying to get things filled out here for the page. I'm just trying to like see what I can do. I've got some rough ideas, and I don't know if it's going to work. And so, like I was telling Arrogant Ape just a minute ago, I'm just trying to get a feel for the flow of the characters. you know, even my proportions are sucking right now. I'm just trying to see what I can do with it. Or if there's anything I can do with it. So I'm trying to get Zune down. She's our female hero on the team, and basically trying to get her jumping, kicking in midair off of her bow staff. She carries a bow staff, so I'm seeing how I can make that a little bit interesting, but so far it's coming off rough. That's all right. Her arm, I always make female arms too big, so just off proportion a little bit. If I draw it down here more, elbow, forearm. And the bow staff will go here. She's like pole vaulting off of it right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is coming off a little rough right now, but that's all right. She might need more of a leg out here. Yeah. I have an idea of what that looks like at least. Good thing is I think you guys can see the drawing. Maybe a cover with everyone doing the Jacko pose. That could sell. I agree. Yeah, why not? Jacko pose. That's great. Well, okay. So I'm going to have to come back to this, man. This is like really rough for me. Drawing live on stream is tougher than what everybody thinks. It's definitely tougher. Okay. Now I've got Burn, Adelburn. He's off in the back running. Yeah, I gotta figure him out again. Ah, okay. So he's back here. He's gonna look like he's giving a big old boot in the butt of mare right here. And for some reason I'm getting him off. I'm getting off of the pose. He's not on for me. My drawing's not on right now. Here I am drawing live and I'm just not working at my best. Yeah, trying to get that a little bit. Nimbleness, stature. Yeah, I'm having them kind of running, fighting. They're actually in this piece, they're actually chasing after a evil army, and they're actually hiding in the bushes at this point. And they jump out. They're chasing after the group of people who are causing havoc. And this is almost like an X-Men, everybody's just jumping into action type of deal. And so, yeah, that's what we're working for. Don't know if I'll get it, But like I said, if I can get the feel, I think it will work. It's just one of those things where I have to work it out, and even if it's sloppy and shitty for a minute, I'm okay with that. It's not about being perfect yet. I'm not even getting everything laid out exactly the way I want. It's just feeling it out. And I may go, you know what, this sucks. I'm not going to do this. I think we ought to do something else. Burn carries a pretty big club. It's actually the jawbone of an animal that he got off of an animal that he killed. And it's this big, just honking jawbone with these crazy teeth on it that are really pointed, kind of in that shape. And so I got to save some room for him. One thing that I like about the concept that I came up with was I have a bigger archer pose up here in this corner, and so I'm going to try to pull that in. I also have Chiru, the kid. He's in a harder pose because he's actually running. Okay. And he's kind of in the background down here under Zune. But I don't know if it's going to work. This may not work the way I just laid it out. So, and I'm shaking my camera like crazy. Sorry, guys. That's my son laughing in the background. He's having a grand old time. I think he's playing some games with some friends or something. Yeah, for some reason, this pose, it looks like Burn is going to give Mare a big old smack on the ass. And I don't know if I really love that pose. Maybe everybody will have fun with that, but I just think it's not, I don't think it's quite right. Let's see the pose again. Let's see what I got laid out here. Okay, we got this leg running forward. And it's almost the same pose as the other one, but he's got this one tucked in. That's what it is. And this one is running. This one's this way. That's what it is. Actually, I'm going to move that over a little bit to get that posed the way I want. There we go. He's kind of smiling. He's carefree. He's ready to go, man. He's jumping into action with the rest of them. And then we have Sabra, who is going to be a little closer to the camera for us. And he is actually shooting his bow and arrow. It's a little difficult pose too, but trying to be a little fast in here, but it's not always easy. Not working. Hope you guys are still with me. Hope I didn't bore everybody to tears, but yeah, stick around, man. I mean, hope to chat. If I see you guys saying any more comments, I'd love to be able to interact with you a little more. So don't be afraid to hang out. That's a little better on the proportion there. And man, why'd I pick difficult poses? So there you go. He's kind of covering him with the bow. I'm really not sure if I'm totally happy with this yet, but it's definitely something that we're thinking of. As far as covers go, bow here, we're going to make the bow bend like he's got it angled. Go around like that. So, yeah. From a distance, it's kind of fun. Hey, Crazy Man, thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it. We're just hanging out. Just trying to conceptualize cover for Ballad of the Celestials. So thanks for joining in. This was impromptu, man. I didn't know I was going to stream tonight. I just thought, why not? Just go for it. Throw it out there. Have some fun with it. And here we are. You know, I've just kind of thumbnailed, roughed, very rough, roughed out the cover. And I'm just trying to see how it works. I do like some aspects of it. But I don't know if it's exciting as I want it to be. So sorry I'm shaking the camera so bad. Can you tell me about the characters? Probably should have asked last Friday. Oh, well, hey man, that's all right. There's plenty of time to talk about it. Yeah, so the top character here, this is Zune. She's the female. She's actually since our story takes place before the flood, I wouldn't necessarily categorize her as like Asian, but that would be a region she was coming from if you could look at it as a region like that. And so she's definitely got that in her blood and in her look. But she is hooking up with this group of guys because they have similar things. They've all been kind of feeling like they're a little bit outcast from their family or their homes. They're coming together. They're fighting for a similar cause. And she follows Mare, and she's like his right-hand person, man. She's butt kicker. And she's cool. And so we're going to make her a little more on the martial arts side of things, but you know, it's not going to be too crazy. And then Burn is right next to her on the left. He's got the big jawbone, and he's more of like a Beastmaster type of guy. I would say um, he's the big guy of the group, but he's also um, older than the rest of the group. He's got some more experience fighting and things, and he's taught Mare some things, but Mare's actually got a lot of experience. He's our main hero. Burn is more like idealistic and things. He's definitely like stuck in his ways, stuck in some old ways, and he's kind of pushing the group to follow what he thinks is right, even though Mare is the leader of the group. Mare is this battle-worn warrior. He comes from a place that they have their own army and their own, like, this home is in a mountain, and they live deep in this mountain. And he's one of the people, and he's been at war. He's been away at these different wars, and right now the world is in Pangea. So it's whoops, battery's running low, so I'm gonna have to plug in here in a minute. But yeah, so he's been away, and he comes back with this group of warriors, with this group of ragtag, washed up people or left out people, and they come home, and whenever they get home, they find that there is this group, this army that's trying to wreak havoc on his home, and so they jump into action, and that's really what this is right here. So they're jumping into action. Give me just a minute. I need to plug my computer in so I don't lose the power, and then we'll be rocking and rolling again. Okay, guys, I hope you're still with me. Yeah, Sabra, he's definitely kind of a more arrogant guy down here in the corner. He's their point person most of the time, and he basically, he's always on point with them, looking out for them, shooting the bow and arrow. But he thinks he's always just almost better than the rest of them. But he's very reliable, and he believes in what they're doing too. So, I mean, he's there for a reason. And then you have kind of a lovable Chiru. He's like a kid of the group right here. Basically, he's still learning, man. Like he's there to follow them, and they're his family now. And basically, he's following along. His purpose. He's going to be some of the comedy relief in the show, or in the in the comic. And he's just going to be a lovable character, but I think he's going to probably have the most growth out of a lot of the characters too. So, yeah, hope that answered your question, Arrogant Ape. Let me know if you guys want to know some more. I still don't know if I'm real happy with this, but might go with it. Mare's got the hero hair. His hair's kind of flowing down all the time, flowing back. Okay. Thanks, Arrogant Ape, for asking, man. That was great. Glad you asked. So, yeah, I have fun drawing these characters, man. I really like them a lot. And think there's going to be a good story. I really hope that as we go along, you know, these characters get more popularity. You know, it's hard to get your stuff out there and get people to look at it. If you guys got any other questions, let me know. I did see that we got some more signups on our page, so that was really nice. It's always good to see. Like, it was kind of disheartening for a minute. We had like 100 people visit the page, and only, you know, like, I don't know, wasn't even 10 signups. It was like kind of scary for a minute. And I told Kevin, I said, man, we got to go out and push this book more. It was a nerve-wracking thing for a minute. But I think we're going to do that more. Will you ink or go straight to colors from pencil? Jim Cox, thanks for joining, man. Well, you know what, Jim, this right now is, I don't even know if I'm going to stick with this. I might stick with it if I end up rendering it nice, if it comes, like, shapes into something more that I love. Right now, I'm not sure if I'm there. When I see a cover, I really want it to pop on me, and I do like this, and I think it's dynamic. I'm just not sure if I'm totally satisfied. You know, whenever you think of a cover, I don't know what you guys like, but I want something that's going to be like, wow, you know, knock my socks off, man. And I think we got that with the homage cover, but of course, that's not my cover. It's somebody else's. So, and that's okay. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with that either. It's just the fact that I want to have my own along with the homage. And we're just trying some things. So that very well could happen, Jim. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this too, because I mean, I do enjoy drawing the characters. So even if this wasn't a cover, this is still fun to draw for me. So I'm actually going to have to probably reference the characters a little bit, but I'll be right with that. See if I can call up something so you guys can see what the characters actually look like. Well, I know I have something. I just got to see if it's worth showing or not. I did have a full page of them. Like, it's an old drawing though now. There it is. This is what I was looking for. So here, I'll share this with you guys. There you go. So this right here is an old drawing of the characters. They're the ones on the cover right now who I'm trying to render and make a pretty cool pose out of, which I do like this. It's just not, when you look at it, I'm not happy with the inks on it that much. You know, I did everything on here that you're seeing right now on this page on my phone. I inked it with my finger. I colored it with my finger. I had drawn it in pencil. And then as I sat at baseball games for my son, I inked it and on the phone. And you want to talk about tedious work. That was tedious. So rephrase, do you ink or do you go straight to colors with that heavy pencil? Okay, I'm sorry if I misunderstood you. Well, you know what? I do go ink. The heavy pencil lets me get a feel. So a lot of times I like to draw light and then go darker just to render a little bit. I don't always draw that way, but sometimes it feels good to me, and so I'll play with it. But even after I go this dark, I'm debating on whether I want to scan this in and then maybe digitally ink it. I've been liking that lately. And I don't know, man, it's whatever I feel in the moment, because there are times where I feel like I really like my digital tools. And then there's times where I just want to be traditional all the way. So I don't know if I can answer that straight out that this is what I'm going to do, but I might. Once again, if I like the page, I'm going to put a lot of effort into it. So anyway, I hope you guys like those characters. I mean, these are the concepts of our characters. And I know some of you have probably seen them before, but yeah, this is what we're going off of. So, and really, I would like to make them a little more barbaric. I feel like sometimes they look a little too, what would be the time frame? They're almost in the medieval era. And I'm like, I want them a little rougher than that. But I guess the reason I went with some of the clothing choices that I put on them was because of it's before the flood. I feel like there can be technology that maybe we didn't know was there, and it gets lost in the flood, and then they kind of start over again after the flood happens. And so I like the idea of that. Byrne needs a scar on his face. Guess what, Jim? He actually does have a scar on his face. I'll show that real close. You can see his face right there. He has like an animal that clawed him across his eye. So he does have some scarring. I do like that about him. And, you know, the thing I like about him too is I like his little skull on his shoulder. I don't know what this armband is, but it was fun to draw. That's partly why he's got that armband. He's got some fur on him. I went more with a, not Greek. What am I thinking of? The Germanic look, a little more Germanic look for him. He comes a little more from that region, even though those people wouldn't appear for a long time. I kind of took that little bit of a barbarian look from them. He's got this metal plate on his chest right here, and that's some of his armor. I think I want to go a little more deep with that later and kind of use that. Maybe not go with a gold color or a brass color on him, but maybe like just a rough metal that maybe he fashioned himself. Looks like he just came straight out of like off a forge. He forged it himself, and he's just like, he made his own rough armor. So I don't know. I like the rough look sometimes. You know, sometimes I feel like I went too clean on these guys. Sabra is definitely, I would say he's Middle Eastern from the region, since we're talking, Pangea again. He's definitely, he could either be Egyptian, he could be anywhere from the Middle East anyway. And we weren't trying to put a label on it. Once again, just like Zune is Asian, it's the region. It's not, we're not putting a mark on her. Because it's before the flood, those delineations haven't happened yet. And so she's just got that lineage. It's in her blood, but we're not really naming it yet. So I would say Chiru's more Indian. He's more from India region. He's dark skinned. He's definitely from another area that's, it's not explored very much. But once again, Mare, our hero at the top, he actually, because he's this battle-hardened warrior, he's been all over, he's been all over the place, and he's picked up these people everywhere he's gone. And so with that happening, we're going to get some diversity in there. And it makes sense to the story, and we're not trying to force it. It's just there. It's not going to be a big piece. It's just going to be, look, we got people from everywhere in the world that are fighting. They're just good people. And they're together for a similar cause. A lot like the X-Men are. You have these people with different powers, different looks. And they're coming together under one cause. So if that's your kind of thing, I hope it is. We should have some fun with that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like I'm talking too much. Tell me if I'm talking too much. Come on, guys. I need your interaction here. Crazy Mad says, do they ride dinosaurs? Actually, we are going to have some things like that, man. Because they're in that time frame. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be all kinds of beasts that we're bringing into this. And that's mainly because why not? We can do almost whatever we want. There's going to be a lot of beasts that we're making up that we've never really seen before. And, with that said, yeah, I mean, we have giants in this thing. Wouldn't it be cool to see? Having trouble opening the page. Yeah, so there's a beast. One of the beasts they could definitely ride that beast probably at some point. Not in this comic, but down the road, that stuff is going to happen. We'll see giants in charge of different beasts, and a lot of things that we might seem familiar, we might think are familiar from our world, are going to be in their world, but maybe just a different take of it. So, yeah. So this beast right here is what I was just talking about. Thanks, man. At least saber-toothed cats. Yeah, man. I mean, really. And the funny thing is about this beast right here, it's a hybrid beast. It's not any one thing. It could almost be a rhino. It's got like rhinoceros skin. It's got a horn like that, but it's got almost cat-like claws, feet. It's also, big and beastly like a dinosaur. I mean, it's just this hybrid animal. So now Arrogant Ape might be going too far with the giant arachnids. I am a big hater of spiders, man. So they give me the creeps. I mean, I freeze in my tracks. It's terrible. But you know what? For the story, we might. I mean, Lord of the Rings had their big one, right? They had their big spider, Shelob. And so that could happen, but I'm going to say I'm not a fan. Let's just put it that way. Of course, I'm not the writer either, so I don't get to decide that. Messing up his hand. Whatever. Okay, good question. Is there fairy tale characters that were alive before the flood that get wiped out by the flood? kind of, I wouldn't say fairy tale, but I would say mythological. So beasts that we've heard of in myths, you know, myth and legend. Yeah. There's going to be things like that. And that's part of the story. And so, we're actually using myth as part of what drives some of the motivations in this story. And so if you ever think of mythology in different areas of the world, Kevin and I have been kind of looking into a little bit of the Middle Eastern mythology, and it's kind of interesting because I had no idea they had such a deep mythology. I know they have religion, but I didn't know it was such a deep mythology. And it's interesting, like when you hear the word jinn, that's a genie in the bottle, right? You saw that in The Witcher, if you guys have seen that. And they're just interesting as all get out. And they're not necessarily the traditional genie in the bottle. That's kind of a twist on it. That's almost an Americanized version. But it's a mythological creature that they're afraid of. They actually, you know, they believe in some of that stuff, that it's actually real. And so, yeah, it's interesting. They have many other things like that, that are just different to what's in the rest of the world. You know, Greek mythology has their minotaurs and centaurs and all those kind of animals. So yeah, we're going to see stuff like that. Definitely. Ancient alien theory type stuff. Almost. I mean, really, I don't know if I would say ancient alien, but it's definitely got some religious tones to it. And it would have to brush on some of that because mythology was religious. I mean, people, you know, people believed in that. Even when you go back into the book of Enoch, there are things that talk about fallen angels. They mix with people, and that's what gives us the giants, or the Nephilim, some people call them. And then you have, you know, the Greek mythology and things like that. And they actually, you know, think of the gods that were alive at that time, the Titans, Clash of the Titans. That's where that kind of comes from. So yeah, it's really cool shit. And so we're hoping to just kind of tie it all together and say, you know what, there's a reason all this exists together in the world. Like, why does the world, you know, our world's big, but is it that big? And then why do we have all these mythologies that exist? Were they real? Was there a reason they were worshipped at one time? Yeah, so we're trying to ask questions, man. Like, what's up? So if you guys like that stuff, we're hoping that the further we go into the story, the deeper we'll get into that. And if not, I mean, at least it's fun to talk about how the characters are set up with that. So yeah, we love it. Anyway, I better get back to drawing, which is what drew you guys here anyway, right? That's an upper lips. I'll be backing this. Oh, thank you, Crazy Madman. That's fantastic, dude. You know, I go to the sign up page and check out some stuff, you know. And we'll be, you know, we're going to be getting into streams and telling people more. So I don't want you to blindly check it out, you know, or blindly back it. I want you to look at it and make choices. I like that. But, you know, I think that we have a good story on our hands. And, you know, the first comic is not going to let all of those things that I just talked about out. It's going to take some time and effort to actually develop that story. So the good thing is I know Kevin has a lot plotted out in the story. And I've only kind of scratched the surface on what he has in store for these characters, because he's only pieced out to me the current comic book. And, you know, so I'm kind of behind on what he has, at least. There. I'll stop showing this. Let me show you guys some more artwork. But yeah, I really appreciate it. Just make sure you go in and sign up, and we're going to be doing some sketch cards for people who back the book, actually. And maybe that was a dumb idea, but because I'm going to be drawing my ass off. But I actually like that idea. It kind of excites me for that, because I really want to get better, but also I think it'll give me the opportunity to showcase what I can do. And you know, it's actually it's a lot of fun too, and it'll give you some original artwork, which is really cool. And I've been wanting to do that, where I can showcase some original stuff. So yeah, it isn't blind backing. I love this stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's fun for me too, man. And that's what drew Kevin and I together. Um, you know, I agree. Ancient religion and theory is my jam. Yeah, it really is. And I think we're going to do some more of that. Now, next week, Kevin and I on Murph and Dirk, we're actually going to cover, for Thanksgiving, we're going to talk about some giants and some Indians and things. We live in Ohio. We definitely have some folklore around here that's tied in with some of that stuff. And yeah, I love it. I love to talk it, even if it's a conspiracy, man. Even if it's not even real, it's fun to talk about. So we'll keep it up. She looks too happy. I want her to look more badass. Now I realize why the camera's so shaky. My hat keeps hitting the camera. Oh, you guys can see it on camera too. That's interesting. I didn't know it was doing that either. Oh, well, nobody said I'm professional. So yeah. So actually, I feel like the camera's a little bit funky. See if we can change it. Maybe not blind everybody in the stream. There we go. Oh, cool, Crazy Mad. That's awesome, dude. I was just talking whenever good stuff was on here. I was like, you know, maybe us Ohio boys will have to get together sometime, man. Have a big meetup with all of us at some point. Either at a Comic-Con or something, just for fun. I think it'd be cool to get together with a bunch of people and, you know, see what happens. I know there's a few guys in CG that are in Ohio, and that'd be cool. We're close to Columbus, and you know, that's where Murph and I are most of the time at. And I'm more of a country boy, though. I'm not in Columbus. I'm around Columbus. Yeah, that hand is bugging me. don't know how my camera got so wonky. Hope you guys can see that okay. How's that look? Hope you guys are liking that. Yeah, she's a little too happy for me right now, but that's all right. We're gonna make it work. This is oh, my camera is just not doing what I want. Man, I do not like it in the stream either, so I'm really sorry about that. Pow. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm really still getting a feel for some of the characters again too, because man, getting on streams and stuff really takes your time away from everything, and I feel like I need to learn these characters all over again, because it's been that long since I've drawn, just because we've actually, you know, have been doing a lot of other things to get ready for the you know, just streaming and getting the marketing out there. We're trying to make a company, everything. So yeah. Oh, cool. They're in Cincy. I'm closer to Dayton. Yeah, man. Hey, Arrogant Ape, thank you for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for chilling with me, man. Anytime. I'm going to be doing this, trying to do this more often, even if it's not for anything, just to draw and have fun. So try to do this, and stop back anytime, man. We'll see you soon. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I go through there all the time. My boy plays ball in Dayton, so we're always around that area. It seems like we always have to go through that area when we go and travel. Even though it's not my favorite area to drive, but it's definitely something we have to do. Hell, when you get to fulfillment, hit me up. I'll give you a hand. Thanks, man. That'll be awesome. That'll be really awesome. Yeah, fulfillment's going to be new for us. I mean, geez, we've never, you know, this is our first campaign, our first comic. Really, when I think about everything new, I'm just like, gosh, we are brand new to everything, and it's kind of crazy, because I didn't realize there was going to be so much to it, and nobody tells you that, man. Like, when you're doing it, you just get into it, and then all of a sudden you're there. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I hope that's coming out a little better now. Try to get him on camera a little bit more, fleshing him out a little more. I do like this. I don't know if it's exciting as much as I thought it would be, but it's a decent cover, at least. I think it could be a decent cover. I'm going to still work on it. I'm going to try to get it to, I don't know, shape up. Once again, guys, you know, let me know your opinions about it. I can take it. I love hearing criticism and seeing what I can do. I don't know if I always agree, but I'll at least take it in and go, hey, that was worth listening to. And let's go for it. We had a few weeks ago, we had the members of the chat on, some of the fans in there that back books, and they were telling us, we tried to ask them about our campaign. They gave us a lot of feedback about our YouTube channel, which was very helpful. but I wanted to get a little deeper into the campaign than what we did. And so I think I'm going to revisit that and get into the campaign. Just talk about the campaign this time and say, look, you know, that's where I want the focus to be, because Ballad is going to launch in January. And when we launch in January, it's, you know, that's a short amount of time, man. All the art is finished for the book. The inking is all done. The only thing we have to do is what you see right here, which is a cover, one cover. And then we want to do a logo for our imprint. We want to organize a little bit, and there's going to be, like, I don't know if we're really going to do some prints. We might do maybe a print with this book, but it's not going to be a whole lot. We're going to keep this pretty trimmed for our first time out. And a lot of people tell us that's a smart way to go. And the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I agree. I think I want to keep it that way. I just feel that it could be overdoing it, and I really don't want to do that. I want people to really be there for the book, not just because they think they're getting these other things or whatever. I have to focus on that. That wasn't good. You thought about drawing digitally? Yes, I have. I do draw digital. I just wanted to try traditional tonight because I'm getting a feel for how the characters feel in the page. I drew digital originally, and I wasn't happy with the outcome of what the characters were doing. They just weren't feeling good to me. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to try lay it out on real paper and get that feel and just go from there. And I feel like I'm starting to use both the digital tools and my traditional tools, and I love that. And I feel like, you know, I'm getting good at the digital now, but there's nothing like just drawing with a pencil sometimes either. And for the cover, I was kind of wanting to go with traditional. I got to get her ankle right. Whatever, you know, you know, I feel like been a little out of practice, you know, and so some of this stuff is really coming back to me. Although I feel like I'm drawing kind of fast for not doing that. Sorry, my dogs are barking right now. So, hey guys, I'm streaming right now, so I'm going to probably get off of here. I'll pick this up again, and we'll pick up the draw stream another time. But I so much thank you for stopping by. Crazy Matt, it was great having you in here, and Arrogant Ape, and good stuff. Please stop back by. Jim, thank you guys. It's been great having you in. And I'll show you guys what I end up coming to on this page soon. So thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you soon.